In this video, we're going to talk about 3 things that every cybersecurity student should have. Hi everybody, welcome to StudioSec. Thank you for watching. Like if this video was helpful, comment down below if you are in the industry and you have any advice for cybersecurity students, or if you're a student, if you have any questions, comment down below. We're always happy to help. And subscribe for more content we're posting every week. Guys, cybersecurity is kind of hard sometimes. Like, it's okay to acknowledge that. There's a lot to think about. A lot of challenging concepts that, maybe if you're non-technical and you're trying to get into cybersecurity, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big adjustment. If you think it's hard, don't worry. It is. If you think it is easy, please pass some of your smarts to me, because I could use that. That would be nice. It's hard for me sometimes too. However, just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. And if you're watching this video, well, 1, you're trying to learn, and that's awesome. But 2, don't be discouraged. We're all there. We're all there. But today we're gonna discuss 3 things that will help you get your cybersecurity journey, whether you're in school or you're trying to transition. 3 tips to get your cybersecurity journey on track. 1, it's gonna be the home lab. All right, I've already posted a video, link right here. Your home lab is gonna be one of the most important investments of your time and effort that you make, because it is going to help you really investigate all kinds of technologies and apps that you probably may not have known about before, and that is going to be an educational experience you will not get in the classroom. In class they're going to teach you theory, but at home, it's up to you to apply it. And so there are plenty of ways to build a home lab. Again, check the video, and there are just all kinds of ways. Now, I'm not going to get too much more in depth about home labs, because if you're new to the channel, then, well, check that video out. If you're not new to the channel, then you've heard me talk about this before. I've probably mentioned home labs a time or 2. So, check out home labs, and it'll be worth your time. Another tip with home labs though, is that's something you can bring up in a job interview. That's great. I mean, if you're trying to get a scholarship, say, hey, yeah, I have a home lab. These are some of the things I'm trying to work on. These are some projects I'm interested in. That's kind of gonna be a good thing. Like, they're gonna really look at that and be like, wow, this candidate is, they're really spending their time to try to learn this, and they will be an asset to us. Build a home lab. Now that transitions, I think, right into point number 2, and that is the ability to teach yourself. If you are in school, this is important, and because you probably already know that your professor may not be able to teach you everything. And if that's the case, well, remember, at the top of this video I said cybersecurity is hard. Well, imagine teaching it. It's challenging, and it's gonna be difficult in a traditional semester to cover everything. So you're gonna have to be able to fill in those gaps on your own. So an ability to teach yourself is going to be incredibly important. And if you're already working, if you're wanting to transition into cybersecurity, the ability to teach yourself on the job, I mean, you probably already know. Super important, but frankly, not everything should be taught in the classroom. You have to learn on your own using like a home lab, and those lessons will be invaluable. Some of those things, they may not even be able to come up with a class to teach you. It's just going to be those, experiences you have in the wild, like, oh, this machine keeps crashing and I don't know why, and looking through logs and figuring out why that is, or troubleshooting other kinds of, technical issues. But those can also have security implications. So just because you're wrestling with your home lab, trying to get it built up, that doesn't mean that what you're doing is not helpful for your cybersecurity career. A lot of it has to do with just general IT issues. So, don't get discouraged. Don't feel like you're failing. What if you're working in your home lab? It doesn't matter what you're doing. You're doing good. Keep going. And the main reason is because you're teaching yourself. So keep teaching yourself. Keep finding ways to learn. If you have questions, Google is always helpful, or the comment section on this video. If I don't know, other users might know, and I can also get you connected with other people that might know, or I can help you find the answer. So, it's important to be able to teach yourself, Do as much as you can that way, and always, if you don't know, ask. Before we transition to the next point, I do want to say that, just if you've already graduated, it's just because you've graduated doesn't mean you're no longer a student. Keep that thinking cap on. Keep trying to learn, keep looking for ways to grow as an intelligent person, right? Because that's important. I've already, kind of hit it many times here. You want to learn more. Now, point number 3 is the ability to attack problems from multiple angles. And this is super important because there's no, one way to do something. And if you hear someone say like, oh, this is how we've always done it, so we're just going to keep doing it. No, freak out. That's probably, because there might be a better way. Now, there may be a better way. They may have found what they think is the best way, and it might actually be a really good way. So don't discount that. But, always think critically, are there different ways to do this? Are these other ways more efficient or effective at accomplishing this task? Because believe me, they're looking for that too. And if you find that, you've made yourself an asset. So, just thinking with that kind of critical mindset, that eye for, efficiency, that's important. So, but to do that, you're gonna have to think outside the box. You're gonna have to approach problems maybe differently than others are, or differently than you have before. So looking for ways to innovate on these problems is gonna be very important for your career. It can help you to really just study the problem itself, because if you have a limited understanding, then you'll have limited strategies to attack the problem. But if you have a deep understanding of the problem, then you'll kind of have Pandora's box available to you on how to solve it. So, the more study you can do on the problem itself, the better. Now, believe it or not, all 3 of these can be done at exactly the same time. You can attack problems from different angles in your home lab, thereby teaching yourself new skills. Do you see what I did there? That's how important this all is. They all tie together. It's all part of essentially the same, if not, it might be the same muscle, or it might also just be the same muscle group. You want to work these muscles out, make sure that you're training, and this is going to be invaluable to you down the road. So get a home lab. I also want to cover one thing that you should not have if you want to succeed in cybersecurity, and that is the belief that you do not belong. You absolutely belong in this industry. If you have an interest for it, if you have a knack for it, if it's just something that makes you kind of curious, you just want to look into it, hey, welcome. We always need more people. We're happy to have you. Comment down below with your journey, where you're coming from, where your questions are. We'd love to be able to, help you navigate through cybersecurity. It's very challenging indeed. So don't feel like just because it's really hard or maybe you're a little lost, you don't belong. That's not true at all. Believe me, imposter syndrome is real. We all get it. Sometime or another in our journey here, we feel that. So don't give in to that. Lean into it, and understand that you belong. You are where you need to be, and we're happy to have you here. So a bonus thing to have in that case is getting a mentor. For me, it's my dad, and for you, it might be, could be a family member, could be a friend, could be somebody at work, could be anybody, it's up to you effectively. But, find someone that can take you through this journey, share with you the lessons that they learned. And I'm sure they'd be pretty happy to know that somebody wants to just hear their story, So find a mentor, and they'll really be able to help you navigate these challenging waters. So with that, remember, you got this. You got this. So with that, if this video was helpful, leave a helpful comment down below, and subscribe for more content. We're posting every week. Thank you.